talk about the exterior a little bit, starting from the front. This car looks so beautiful. In my humble opinion, this is one of the most beautiful BMW out there. The kidney grills are larger than ever now. They're in black. They look so good. Those are not the dynamic kidney grills that opens and close like other series, like BMW M grills. I don't know if BMW M grills will tend to have this, or they're gonna just have a bigger opening as a design and it's gonna be fixed. What I like about this car is the actual tires are pointing outwards. They make the car looks bigger and wider. So probably the fenders are not much bigger, than the regular 5 Series, if not any, to be honest. But the tires, they actually, it's like you already have spacers there. So maybe that's one of the reasons why the fenders are not actually much bigger. The gap in the arcs are fantastic. It's so minimal. I absolutely love those tires. It looks so aggressive, this car, really nice. There's nice lights here. They look so good, those adaptive LED. With their running light, I kept them on for you guys to see. This M5 competition package looks so beautiful from every angle, especially from the back, because when we look at this car, we're gonna see the back most of the time, and that's a really nice back. Lots of things happening here. Those LED lights, they look so beautiful on this mineral white. The contrast between the white, the red, the black, it's one of the most beautiful combination on any car, to be honest, guys. On the right side, you have the M5 competition badge. They've added the lettering competition. They started that to the M2. You have 5 parking sensors in the back and the reverse camera and 360 camera, so it's very functional. And the most dominant part and visible is the huge diffuser, and not overdone, to be honest. It fits this car. This is a sports sedan. I don't know if we can call it just a sports sedan. Maybe a supercar, in a sedan form. The famous competition exhaust tips in black, chrome black, not regular, and it makes beautiful music for your ears. The new aluminum carbon fiber trims with black chrome, trims, all over the place. Also on the, all the volume knobs or different controls of the car. It looks expensive and elegant. Powers and Wilkins sound system is just fantastic. The quality is brilliant. It's clear. It's well distributed across the car. The speakers are all covered in high quality material, metal everywhere in the car. What makes this car so special, it's a combination of everything. It's a beautiful sedan. It have all the luxurious options and stuff and tech that you want, and it is the most powerful BMW ever made. The standard F90 M5 was already a masterpiece. The 4.4 liter V8 producing around 592 brake horsepower and 750 Newton meters of torque. The competition package produced 25 brake horsepower more than the standard, which means it's 617 now instead of 592 or 625 PS, but the torque remained the same. We're gonna speak about this one in a bit. And what it means, this is more powerful than the already monstrous Mercedes E63S. The competition package became more and more popular. The estimated 40% of people who own the M cars, they take the competition package as an option or as a package. So what does the new competition package BMW M5 offers more? As we mentioned, there's 25 brake horsepower more than the standard. The torque actually revs 160 RPM more. So now it goes to 5,860 instead of 5,700. The peak power starts below 1,800. You're gonna get full power of the 617 around 6,000 RPM. And the competition package offers the wheels. They are very famous now because they are lightweight, made from aluminium, diamond cut. 20 inches on this car. You have the competition exhaust, which sounds fantastic and really good and more aggressive and sporty than the standard. And you have the exhaust button here that you can press at any time. So I'm driving now the car in the efficient mode, which is the most comfortable, mode for BMW. Exhaust is off. suspension in comfort, steering in comfort. The drivetrain is four-wheel drive sports. I have the gearbox set on D1, which is the laziest and the most friendly setting. BMW called the different modes for the gearbox drive logic, and you have that button here. This car looks so good in mineral whites. The interior is in brown and black, and it's beautiful. The aluminium carbon fiber trims, they look good. And what makes this car so special to me, those physical buttons of different configuration that you can set for your steering wheel, your gearbox, your different modes. It's just a must, and I'm so glad to see BMW they kept it. So enough said, we're gonna put the car now in sports mode. Still everything is in comfort except the engine. The exhaust is still closed. The car is awake. It's alive. And it's such a nice place to sit, really. The seats are absolutely fantastic. The adjustability of every single part of the seats is there, from top to bottom. It's just brilliant, and you can see all the display on the screen as well. I'm driving the car now. I have the massage seats on. I have the ventilation on. The first setting. Let's just put the exhaust on. The steering wheel is just fantastic, the shape and the position that you can adjust electronically, beautiful. It's soft leather. You have different buttons for the M5 on it, which make more sense actually and make it more special. And the most noticeable buttons are the two red top buttons to configure the M1 and the M2 of your preferred setting. And it makes sense, and the position of those buttons are beautiful. Of course, the drivetrain is the xDrive four-wheel drive, and you can have it in four-wheel drive sport. Also, you can just make it rear-wheel drive, just press of the button, which is great. The combination of the xDrive, along with the M differential, it's just a beautiful system. It makes the car light, and it's not really light, it's almost 2 ton, but it feels like lighter. There's double wishbone on the front suspension, 5 links on the rear. And the car is 7mm lower than the standard, so the suspension is much more aggressive. It absorbs the bumps more. It's a bit harsher ride, but in comfort mode it's not. It's very easy to live with in any kind of roads on daily drive. On Sports Plus you feel it's a bit harder, but not in a bad way, in a sporty way. It absorbs all the bumps very nicely. The body roll is very minimal. I went for crazy speed and I couldn't feel anything. So the suspension reel of this car is fantastic. So now we put the car, everything in Sports Plus, and the transmission in S3 basically. The MDM mode in four-wheel drive sport. And now the car is alive. Listen guys, 3rd gear, 2nd. Oh my god. It's unbelievable. The speed of this car is just so good. This car can do 0 to 100 kilometers or 0 to 60 miles in 3.3 seconds. I've seen many cars reviews, and the number is actually less than 3 seconds or 3 seconds dead. That's a crazy number. That's like hypercar performance, not even supercar anymore. The new gear lever is fantastic. It's better than ever. It's bigger, thicker. It looks so good and aggressive, and you can shift the gears, yourself using that gear lever. 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, 170. And I can go a little bit faster. The speed is just ridiculous on this car, guys. The sound, the grip, the feeling. It's just a beast, really. And the exhaust really is good, especially when you lift off. Listen, downshift 3rd, 2nd. It's loud. It's alive. This car is alive, man. Absolutely fantastic. so many cars, when you put sports mode, it makes the car sportier. But this car have really so many personalities. If you put it in Sports Plus, it makes the car really like a supercar. I've never ever experienced something, you know, so dynamic. I mean, from the inside, it's just a marvelous place. Heated steering wheel, heated seats, ventilation, all the driving, you know, dynamics that you want, all the aids that you want. You know, cruise control is adaptive. It have lane assist, steering assist. Everything is there, man. Massage seats, as we said, everything's electronically. The iDrive is better than ever. It's just a fantastic car, really fantastic. And the M Steptronic gearbox, 8 gears, it's really good. It fits this car, you know. Maybe the M4 needed the dual clutch, the previous one. I'm not sure about the new one, but this car needs an automatic gearbox because the way that it is made from the beginning as a sedan, you must have it in automatic. But BMW makes the best automatics, in my opinion. The best. They don't feel like automatic. Short shift gears. Second. Listen to this exhaust. On S3, the gearbox is so aggressive. I love this gear lever, really. Well placed, looks good, functional, not just for looks. You know, the paddle shifters, as I mentioned in my previous videos of different cars, you can check them in my link, guys, and in my channel. They had this matte finish on the back or the rear side of the, you know, the pedals. I'm so happy to say they removed it. There is no more matte finish. It's just pure aluminium, and it looks good. It's thicker, but it's a bit placed innerwards. You know, I want it more to the outer part and a bit taller. The sound is just marvelous. You don't get bored from this, man. You don't get bored. It's just because it's enjoyable. It doesn't feel big. It doesn't, you know, maneuver like a big car. Between this and the E63S, it's super close this time. This feels sportier, especially from the inside, and drives like a sportier car. The E63S, it's very sporty, more muscly car. But AMG are getting close to the M in terms of, you know, the vision of the car, not just an engine and exhaust, more about driving and feeling and stuff like that. The E63S exhaust is just like, cannot be compared to anything on the market. It's so much loud, it's so much more aggressive, it crackles and burbles at all times. This though is still a very good exhaust, it sounds marvelous. It's a bit better isolated than the E63S, which is shocking. Comparing the BMW and the Mercedes, the BMW always been the more aggressive, more, you know, jumpy car, more, you know, sporty feeling. They become so perfect, really. The isolation, I mean, there's no sound from the exhaust at all. But if you put the window down, now you can hear it. So good. Also, I like more how I feel behind the steering wheel. I am more connected to the car, you know what I mean? Brakes are fantastic. Stopping power of these brakes, beautiful. Many of you have suggested that I drive the, you know, M5 competition compared to the standard because it's so much better car and faster and louder. Even just a package. It makes the regular M5, you know, a different car. Yes, they did the same again with the M5. I thought that the M4 only was that exceptional case, and maybe the M2, but it seems like the competition package, it's just like NAM on steroids, you know what I mean? And you want that, you want always the most. And compare this to the M50i, this is a better car for sure. It's much more expensive, it's much more powerful. It's a beast. Definitely the M8 is the contender for this car, not the M50i. This is another level, another league. The power, you know, everything is so different. The whole full AM cars are just different. They're special in every way. Fast, aggressive, engaging. Oh man, I mean, what can I say, guys? Really, what can I say? This is just my favorite car ever, really. It's just a masterpiece. The way that it sounds, handles, feels, looks even, inside, outside, is a perfect beast, really. It deserves every dollar it's there. It's the most expensive now compared to the E63S. You know, it's, I don't know, $130,000 without the options. It's a lot of money, but it's a lot of car. You couldn't wish more. This car have actually every single option.